just sin to tell everybody that I love you. Can you believe that? Because people want, when I say I love you, I should go blind, I should go out of my wits, I should be totally insane, I should do whatever they want. But that doesn't happen. So what kind of love is this? I was talking to somebody today, fascinating man, dialoguing. And I said to him, I said, we met at 1 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, I'm telling you all what you don't want to hear. You might be wondering. He said, no, I know you know, that's why I came for. I can't pronounce his name even now. Never met him before. And press will never meet him again. But there's nothing which was hidden. I was just reading a script that everybody of you has to develop. Intuition is the outcome of the sixth chakra. And intuition is the source of happiness. Intuition is the personal reality to which your personality have to adjust. The natural beauty that you will like to flow in your life in a normal way will come out of your intuition. It won't come out of your intelligence. Because in your intelligence, rarely you will use the neutral mind. Somebody was telling me, suppose I don't want to do yoga, suppose I don't want to be a Sikh, suppose I don't want to be a student, how can I develop intuition? I said, do all these three, you are already very intuitive. She said, why? I said, denying these three, you are denying the intuition. But what is the procedure about it? I said, two words. When your ego works, intuition doesn't. When your intuition works, ego doesn't. What part you play? I say, be a heck of your ego whenever I meet you. That's why you hate me. You don't love me. That's a polite word to tell me I love you. You really, really hate me. How come you say that? I've always been nice. I say it's all fraud. It's camouflage. You have extremely father phenomena. One is fear, one is phobia, and one is father phenomena. Father phenomena is the highest degree. And I say, you do see help in me, so you're attached. And whenever first of all, seldom I see you, but whenever I see you, I create a hell around you. So that keeps you going for 3 to 6 months. It's a bargain. But you can't love me. She said, why not? I said, because the problem is very simple. If you love your neurosis, how can you love me? I am anti-neurosis. Neurosis come out of ego. Intuition come out of id. Intuition comes from human, simple innocence. That's why it is very easy for children to learn. It is very difficult for adults to learn. Adults have a lot of ego, children have nothing. And we do not learn because we love to learn. We learn because we have to survive. You see some people, they love to be successful at work because there they have to survive. In home life, they are most unsuccessful. But man is born to be successful in everything. Man is like a mini God. It can't fail. And if I tell what I really want to tell you, that you are all our God, you will say that I'm gone crazy. Because the greatest tragedy which ever happened in a mankind is the religion. Religion is the biggest lie ever man created. It came from a genuine experience of those who have genuine experience, but it got propagated by genuine people, but it got managed by most selfish, power-hungry people. So what religion created is the fear of God and heavens. Because what they made not God important, but the church. Religion was supposed to make man important. It ended up making nothing important. It put a man through a lot of fear. And a man in fear can never learn truth, cannot experience God. You know, when you say, I love you, you are afraid of loneliness. When you want to create a relationship, you are afraid of no relationship. Everything which comes out of you out of fear, if it comes out of normal love, then you don't have to do anything. It will be all done for you. That's the difference between two. Anything which is divine, which come to you, anything which is undivine, you will create. You create wealth, you become very rich. What do you happen? Miserable. Go and ask any rich man. They take sleeping pills. Big super king size bed with so much silk and all that. They crawl on it like a salmon fish. When it reached the destiny, you know what salmon, how salmon dies? Doesn't matter you kill it on the way or you eat it, what doesn't matter. But if it ever reaches to the end, there's hardly any water. And it kills itself. If you ever know the psyche of the salmon fish, the cycle of the salmon fish, you know the greatest miracle of God. You know they go to ocean for a couple of years, they never come back. After on the clock, by alarm, they have a fixed alarm. They'll come back and they'll find the same river. They are the best students. They always find their grounds. There was a guy that day, he said, Yogiji, what it takes to be my student. Your student I want to be. I said, God bless you, save me from you. No, I want to serve you. I said, don't worry, There are always a majority of the people. That's the only I don't want. I don't want anybody to serve me at all. I say I don't have time. But I want you real student. I say others are phony. They're all real. I don't want to add one real more. But what it takes you to be my student? I say, son who wants to be my student never asked. If you have to be my student, I'll never initiate you. You have to initiate yourself. If you want to be a student, you don't have to ask. But how do I know? I said, that's the foolishness. Why you should know? It's a matter of heart, not of head. God gave you heart for yourself, and God gave you head to understand others' heart. I say life is a matter of heart, not of head. Head is given to understand others' feeling, so you may not end up hurting anybody. Head is given to you to think others as you, so you may not damage anybody. Head is given to you to keep the upkeep of others so that you may not break anybody's heart. You may remember your duties, your promises, your goodwill. That's why head was given. Head was not given to live. Heart was given to live. And just see, by nature, blood from heart pumps and keeps the brain alive. You can be brain dead and still live, but you cannot be. You cannot be heart dead and live. And majority of you are heart dead, and your brain phony. You take your heart to hate and tell everybody you love. You have a lot of words. You play a lot. Because you are phony to others, you become PhD in being phony to others. You start becoming PhD phony to you. That is where life gets lost. It is absolutely dreadful to be wrong to others. Because each time we create a habit. And then we become so insensitive, so naive, that we become totally negative to ourselves. A couple of years ago, I was in Berkeley University. There was a great student there. He got so mad that I didn't pay him attention, that he became abusive to me publicly. So everybody felt very bad. I told them, just ignore it, don't worry. Next day, he caught me. He said, before you tell me anything, I want a question and give me answer. I said, sure, you're my student, I have to give you answer. That's my job. I was mad at you, I was abusive. You didn't say a word. I said, nothing. You were not abusive to me. You didn't do anything. Why should I say anything? You have no feelings? I've got a lot of feelings. But did you felt hurt? I said, I felt very hurt. Why didn't you tell me anything? I said, why should you tell me anything? You were doing damage to yourself. I was sorry for you. You are my teacher. I said, I am your reflection. I do not mean anything in your life, but reflect like a mirror your own ego to yourself. You didn't get mad at me, you were mad at yourself. You lost your self-control, you lost your self-respect, you lost your self-identity, and unfortunately you lost your power to succeed and be excellent. You didn't abuse me. I said, nobody abuses me. They abuse the teacher within first, then they abuse the teacher outside. I did so much wrong. You don't feel offended? I said, what for? I said, son, I never gave you your destiny. I gave you your identity. I gave you faith and grace so that you can walk to your identity and destiny. I'll not walk for you. You have to walk for yourself. You don't want to hold my hand? I say, I can hold your hand. It means nothing. You have not learned to hold your own hand. I say, I teach Kundalini Yoga. I don't teach other things, remember? And first thing in Kundalini Yoga, you never initiate a student. If a human is not worthy to initiate himself and herself, they should never be taught this science. I say, how you feel? I feel miserable since yesterday. I say, no, you were feeling miserable for a long time. Yesterday, the only pimple popped up. Why I did it? I said, do it again. I don't want to be not your student. I said, I didn't say go away. You went away. You went berserk. I am feeling hurt. I say, I am feeling sorry. Why I am doing it? I said, because you're Catholic. He laughed. He was Catholic. First he created the guilt. Then he wanted me to give him Hail Marys. I won't. And he was as violently angry and negative and abusive, same violently he was confessing. I said, that's not the way to confess. I have to sit in a box, you have to sit across. You tell me, Father, Father, I have sinned. You have made the whole story. I tell you, give 250 Hail Marys. And he said, but punish me. I said, yes. You want Hail Marys? He said, all right, I'll do Hail Marys, doesn't matter what. I said, 2 million times a day. I can't do it. I said, in Kundalini Yoga, less than 2 million, nothing works. We laughed. I said, I'm going to go to dinner. Are you going with me? You inviting me? I said, I hope so. You're not mad at me? I said, why you're mad at a fool? What for? What for we people, human, made of God, get mad at each other? What for? What is there to be mad at anybody? Because you must understand, before getting mad at somebody, you have to be mad at yourself. Before lying to somebody, you have to lie to yourself. Before breaking somebody's heart, you have to have no heart at all. This realization you do, and you cannot have this realization because you do not have the Agya Chakra, the Ajna, the sixth center open. All human mistakes are when computer in the sixth center goes berserk. Otherwise, I have yet to meet one human being who wants to be wrong. Not one. I have not across one human being, one woman, one man, one child, one old person who wants to be wrong. But I have seen hundreds and thousands and millions of people who are wrong. That is the beauty that we have to work through these few classes, through some practical things to get rid of our inner garbage, to clean out our sixth chakra, put it through car wash and put some wax on it so it can shine again. Because the shashra, which has the pineal has a clockwise and anti-clockwise radiation. That's all that little stone does. It sends out the radiation. If the pituitary cannot accept this signal, your life will be a mess. What is a common cold? It is Martin Luther King the Jr.'s holiday. Some celebrate it, some don't. What happens to you when you take common cold? You don't lie down in bed and want to sleep. You take some strong pills. Your sinus gets clogged up. You take one pill and open it right away. Well, if your arm gets cut, why don't you open your wound? You won't do that. Because the common cold is a common call for you to rest. Eat nothing, say nothing, lie down on the bed, say hi or say Vaheguru, something like that, and drink lemon juice whole day and go to bathroom as often as you can. That only means the parasympathetic has been dragged to death and it has said to you adios. And first thing when that happens, ENT freaks out. If you go on working on your ENT and don't listen to it, then there is things called adrenal gland. Isn't there something like that which keeps you up? Huh? Adrenals, you know that? There's something which nobody knows, nobody has seen. It is something which works it out. That goes off. If that doesn't understood, then your pancreas say hi, bye-bye. If that is not understood, then miss kidneys fail. You know that disease has a science and a system and rhythm. Things fail in a very geometrical order. If a person remains angry all the time, you know the people who can't smile like that? Have you seen them? Watch out, they always end up with a cancer. Doesn't matter how good you are, when you grieve for everybody, care for everybody, you always get diabetes. You have to worry about somebody, you have to be grieved, you have to go out, you end up diabetic. When you worry too much and you're too much phobic with it, you'll get ulcers. There are common diseases, common symptoms and how this body takes. Because body has its own identity, own timetable, own growth. Take 2-year-old child, stretch him. Is he going to become 6 feet? No. It takes time, it takes growth, It's system. When you're born, your hair are very little on your head. Sometimes you're born as bald head. Then you grow, your hair grow up, you want to get rid of them. When you get old, you want to stitch hair. Then you don't like not to have hair, but they are gone. Everything has a time, has a system, and that system is so beautiful, except humans. Human body has a system, human mind has a system, human soul has a system, but only the human ego has no system, and it has never accepted it. That's why the word guru came, which comes from darkness to light, because it's an alter ego. Guru is nothing but a positive alter ego, which reminds a man that don't be blind by your own ego. And ego talks to ego. Intuition talks to self. And ecstasy experiences the God. We are all subject of time and space. But we are all object of God. Religion was meant to make people happy, put them together. It ended up becoming a power. We started becoming fanatics, and we started running crusades. It became my religion, your religion, our religion. Nobody knows what God reality is and what God religion is. That is what Guru Gobind Singh in one of his sayings says. Everybody came and put up himself as the true messenger of God and got worshipped. Still people forgot what real God is. You can abuse a God, nobody may bother you. But you abuse Jesus Christ, they will get you. You can be atheist and you can live. But if you just do something to somebody's beliefs, everybody will come with a stick. That is how human used what it was supposed to be, pure science of happiness. That's why yoga is the union between man and God. Man found it out through thousands and thousands of years that man needs a union with God. It doesn't need to put God in a little cage. Man has not to find a God. Man has to experience a God. So we'll go through little experience for a few minutes. I'm just initiating it today, and tomorrow we'll complete it. And then 1 week, I'm sorry I have to be off because I have to go to New Mexico. And then we'll come back and we'll be with you. By that time, maybe my throat will be all right. I don't know. Maybe. All right, let's go. This is Karni Mudra. It's a very secret mudra. Put your finger across. Put your first 2 fingers like this. You see it? Put your hands, elbows absolute in balance. You will feel when they are right. Put your eyes at the tip of your nose. And you will use all all the power to whisper this mantra. But if you speak once, you are wrong. You will miss once you are wrong. It's unfortunate. You will whisper at the full strength of your breath. Powerfully whisper. You will have experience. Powerful, powerful, nothing slow. Keep up. Stronger, little stronger. Minute and a half, your arc line must change. It will look like a hiss of the snake. Inhale deep, deep, hold it tight, and make the whole body like steel. Contract from toe to top. It's called Partahar. Exhale. Now Partha is very important in this. Inhale deep again. Hold it tight. Only keep the breath in, but the stretch the body into just zero. Really work hard. Let it go again. Inhale again. Really deep. Hold it. Don't pressure on the lungs are tight, but make the entire body like a steel stiff. Relax. You are cooked for the day. I know you are Western, and sometimes it takes many, many times to follow the instructions. But I tell you the secret of this Kriya. If the total breath is put on these words and you whisper, it will exactly create a sound of Manipura Naga. Manipura Naga is the cobra king. That that snake never comes at the day. You would never see him during the day. But once in dark night, when there's no moon, it comes out. That's the only time it comes out. And from its mouth, it takes out a kind of jewel and spits it on the ground. And it lights like quite a big light bulb, you can call it. And that this Manipur Naga dance around that light. And after a while, it takes that thing back into his mouth and then it's gone. When it dances, it creates a sound, a very beautiful hiss. That's why nobody can catch it, because so long within the vicinity, the hiss resounds and multiplies. And it can be felt miles and miles and miles away. But people feel it, and that makes them feel intoxicated. It's not that it's a mythical story or a mystery. This creature does exist. Similarly, when you practice this Kriya really good, with the force of the breath, you will find a very straightforward state of ecstasy, first stage. And then the surrounding, the light, the sight will start changing. We'll practice tomorrow again for a little longer time, a little better way. Thank you for cooperation tonight. Now you are supposed to exchange your food and eat it. You cannot eat your own dish. You have to give it to the other person and get from the other. Oh, blessed. Can you give me the glasses? Can you give me my glasses?
Satnam, please, while you're eating, be extra careful about our brand new yoga center carpet. And take special care to protect the carpet while you're eating. Thank you, Satnam.